Good day, happy travelers. Seven Continents Travel Agency here today, fresh back from a 7-day cruise on the Carnival Mardi Gras. We're going to talk about an excursion that we did, the Waterfalls Buggies and Monkeys in Puerta Plata at the Carnival port of call of Amber Cove. So the cost was $169 for each adult. My kid, just a few days longer, and he gets that discounted rate. This took every minute of 5.5 hours. This took every bit of it. And just some important notes. Let's start off with some important notes before we show you some pictures and details. Crocs are not closed-toe shoes, but they would have held up better than some of the water shoes in terms of the soles, and I'll talk about it as we get into the waterfall portion. The website says the walk is about 20 minutes each way. It's about 40 minutes each way, so if you have mobility concerns, you might think, 20 minutes, I could probably make it. 40 minutes, it's humid, and this is November humidity, so if you're thinking about doing this maybe anytime other than November, December, January, February timeframe, March through October, humidity is higher than when it's right now. You will want to rent or bring water shoes. I thought maybe for a minute I could use my tennis shoes. No way. Could not. And if you get water shoes, you might not be wanting to get the $5 water shoes from Walmart. You'll want some thick soles just due to what you got to walk with. And if you have a larger group, there's a couple groups on our bus that were larger. 10 is a Thanksgiving cruise, 10, 15, 20 people. If you get divided, you may not go to the same place because you might go to the waterfalls first, or you might go to Monkey Lands first. So that's something to consider. So if the tour guides start saying, hey, you 10 here, you 10 here, you might say, hey, no, we need to be all together. And at least you can sort that out there. Go into it. You will get 100% soaked 2 times in this on this excursion. Not at Monkey Land. Well, you know what? You might get soaked at Monkey Land, but not 100% soaked. Maybe 8%. We'll talk about that a little later as well. $8 to rent a locker at the Waterfall Buggy place. $8 per pair of water shoes. And $5 for locker at Monkey Land. I don't trust my stuff out unattended. If you were a trustworthy person, you can save some money on the locker, I suppose. But that's just note going in. Otherwise, our first stop was Monkey Land, and there's 2 Monkey Lands, and now I've been to them both. One was at a different island, a different part of the Dominican Republic, but now I've done both of them there. It was a pretty, 25-minute drive or so, maybe 30 minutes from Amber Cove to Monkey Land. And these little guys, so you walk in, probably spend 30, 45 minutes in a cage, and they make several passes. The monkeys, they want the food. You can see here, cucumber, melon, some seeds, some sunflower seeds. You'll be in a cage with about... there's probably 15 of these little critters, and they're fun, they're cute, adorable, whatever adjectives, but they are 100% trained on that guy, the dudes with the food. So as that guy goes in front of you, the monkeys will go to you because that's where the food is. So there'll be a person taking pictures there. I took some pictures. My family took some pictures. You can try to take a selfie with them on you. Just these are animals. They're not potty trained. They go when they go. This is my second monkey excursion, and I made it unscathed again. The person next to me, well, not nearly as lucky, and that happens. So if you like monkeys and you want a monkey on you, several monkeys. I think at one time I had 5. Somewhere either in my lap, hair, head, neck, shoulders, wherever there was food. So the guy will put a steel cup in front of you and put some food in it. Monkeys will just ravage it, just trying to get the food. And he will come back and put more food in there. And amongst the busload of people, the bus probably held about 60 people. He made about 3 or 4 rounds. And then it was off to the bus to go to whatever was next. From Monkeyland, it's a very quick drive. It was maybe 10 minutes at the most to get to the waterfall place. And so we talk about the walk. Now I lived in Seattle. I live in Georgia, so I think waterfalls. I'm thinking of these, these things here. They're very big, and this is big, I guess. Certainly a waterfall by definition. Water is falling. I just in my head I had it. I don't know. I just had it bigger. Again, a 20-minute walk, and here's a steel grate bridge. So the bus is going to park here. You're going to get a locker. You're going to spend a little bit of time while everyone gets settled. The locker area is very busy. You're going to get a lock with a key, and you go, lock your stuff. Put on your life jacket. Put on your helmet, as you see there. Everyone has a life jacket and helmet, and you just start walking. And it wasn't 20 minutes. I timed it out. I timed it back. It was 40 minutes. We passed 3 groups. So you're going to spend about 15, 20 minutes at the waterfall, and the way they rotate it. So as you're walking back, another group is walking in. As you're walking there, we pass by 3 groups. And you're going to cross some creeks. You're going to cross a river, I think about 3 times. And especially if you have some mobility concerns, maybe weak ankles. The water's murky, and it's about ankle to mid shin deep on a 6-foot person. So just look down at your sheet. You can't really see where you're going, but these rocks, they're fair size. They're not huge boulders, but if you put your 2 hands together and make a circle, they're about that big. And if you step on one, the balance can shift. I only saw one person fall, and it didn't really matter. Everyone's going to get completely soaked here in a minute. So you go up here and you slide down this waterfall, and there you go. You do that 3-4 times, and then you are off on the next part of your adventure. My kid, my family, my wife, they all really enjoyed this portion. Water was refreshing, and so there you go. So then you walk back, and then you end up at the Buggies. Give you a helmet, a little bit of orientation of, hey, don't run into people, don't go too fast, kind of a thing. This was my favorite part of the whole trip. We all liked the monkeys. Waterfall's cool, but I was the driver, so I guess it's a little bit more fun for me. And you get to go on this path. You go out. They say you cross the river 4 times, so 2 times out, and you do. This is where the mud comes in. Oh man. You're going to drive this one of these ATVs, and it was muddy. It just rained quite a bit in the days prior. A tropical system kind of just went through and just deluged it. It rained a little earlier in the day. So anyway, you go up down into the river, and it splashes everywhere, and the whole trail's muddy until you get on the roads, and you're literally driving like past a school, past a cemetery, and it's almost like a parade. The community kind of comes out. We probably drove past 100, 150 people on the way out. School was getting out. People were walking. On the way back, we got trapped behind a bunch of cows. A dude on a horse was herding 30, 40 cows. And so our speed was greatly reduced. And on the way back, right about here is where we went. It was like Splash Mountain, like the most water that I've ever driven into. Went on top of the roof of the buggy. Some of the buggies, the 4-seater, the buggy has like a canopy on it. And I went so deep into the water that not only like I was saturated, everyone was saturated, but a whole bunch of water ended up on the canopy and then got everyone saturated a little later. So to say that you will be wet is not the biggest understatement of the trip. This took every bit of 5.5 hours. The buggy portion of it was, I believe, almost an hour. A little bit more time than I thought was going to be for the buggy. And it was well worth it. At the end, there was an important announcement. The cruise ship. We wanted to do some duty free shopping at the end of it, and the dude, we were right at the end. We still had about an hour till the cruise ship was scheduled to leave. And we knew there was a bit of a drive back. A guy waited until everybody, he wouldn't let us go down to get out of our water shoes, just held us up for 20 minutes from getting ready to get on the bus to leave, to ask if we had fun, if we would recommend it to other people, and of course, to leave a $1 or $2 million tip. All the excursions that I did, everybody wants a tip. And that's part, that's just part. If you're new to this, just expect it going in. Everybody has a tip jar. Starbucks has a tip jar. Even some of the Tex-Mex places around the United States. Everybody wants a tip. All the excursions are the same. They're what did they say? They said they're appreciated but not expected. And this was a good excursion, though, and it was with travel. This one was closer to 6.25 hours, just with the time, and we did make it to duty free. So anyway, hope this was helpful for you. If you like monkeys, you're going to like this. If you like jumping off of waterfalls, the little slide there, don't jump off of it. There's a nice little slide for you to go in. Everyone did it, and the ATVs. Fantastic, great quality ATVs there. So until the next video, I hope you travel safely.